Hey guys, it's Brian from Toofab here. Today we are with Julie Lake from Orange is the New Black. One of my favorite characters on the show, Angie, meth head.
Thank you.
Definitely a fan favorite, scene stealer.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta say, you look very different in person. I mean, compared to what we see on the show.
That makes me feel so much better.
I'm sure you like hearing that.
I love hearing that. Sometimes I watch myself and I'm like, I always thought I was okay, but am I like literally the ugliest person on the planet?
I have to ask, when you find out that this is the, what the role entails, the makeunder, how long does that take, and what is your first reaction when you see it for the first time?
I mean, I remember the first time they did it, I went and looked in the mirror and like smiled and just like burst out laughing. They have to put extensions in my hair and they dye it dark brown, and then the teeth is really fast. It's just like they have a palette of colors that's like tobacco stain, nicotine, like coffee, and it's all like dark greens and yellows and browns, and it's disgusting. And then they just paint it on. It's like 30 seconds tops. Let it dry. I'm good to go.
Because that's definitely, I think, the thing that stands out the most.
Yeah. It's amazing how hideous you look with bad teeth. I feel like everybody should just put like chocolate on their teeth and like check it out, because it really does make a big difference.
So like start to finish, how long does it take as compared to like getting all glammed up to do a red carpet?
I wish I could say it takes like 3 hours to make me look hideous, but it's probably like, the makeup alone is like 2 minutes and the hair is maybe 20. But it takes much longer to look glamorous.
And now, do you get recognized a lot in public as the seasons continue? Your character, I think, is starting to come out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you also look very different in person.
I have not been recognized once since season 4 came out.
Really?
And so it doesn't happen often. And I remember like sometimes even when I'm with like a whole group of the cast, I remember we were in the subway once and it was like 5 of us, and this girl came up, she was like, oh my God, it's Cast of Orange, oh my God. And she handed me her camera and she's like, will you take a picture of us?
Aww.
And I was just like, okay. But then when I like really don't want to be recognized, I always am. I remember when season 2 came out, I was working as a waitress and I was doing like a Sunday brunch and like totally covered in sweat and like a gross apron, and like somebody spread the word that I was on the show, and like literally everybody wanted to take a picture of me. So I'm like in my apron, like, yeah, like how glamorous it is to be an actress. Here's your eggs.
You signed on for this role. There's a lot of backstories for each of the characters. You see them unfold through the seasons.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea in mind, or did they ever give you any sort of, what to go off of?
I sort of got like a fake out on season 4. They're like, oh, we're gonna give you a backstory, and it's like gonna be maybe this. And then like a little bit later, they're like, oh, actually, sorry, we're not gonna give you a backstory. I was like, oh, okay.
Did they give it to someone else?
I think what it really is just like my character wasn't involved in any of those major plot lines in season 4. And so all the people who got backstories, they wove it into like the greater story. And season 4, I was mostly just like popping in to say funny things and then popping out, So I don't take it personally, but of course I would love a backstory.
Is there someone that you'd love to do a scene with that you maybe haven't yet or haven't had as much time with?
I would love to do a scene with Uzo. She is one of my absolute favorites, and I don't think we've ever had a scene together. I love Lori Petty. She cracks me up in the role of Lolly.
She's so good this season.
She is so good, and she's also was my idol growing up. The first time I met her, I just didn't know how to talk to her. I sort of was like, I'm a robot, and then I ran away.
This season ended with the big riot set off because of Tuesday's death. What was that like when you saw the script and then when you guys were filming it? Because everyone was there for that, right?
I was very shocked when I read it, and I didn't believe it. I remember being like, wait, no, she really? No, she's not actually dead. Okay, are they gonna bring her back in episode 13? And I remember just asking so many people if this was real. Everybody was really emotional filming that scene. It was very sad for the entire cast because I think we all love Samira and she's family to us.
To end it on a lighter note, I guess, the other big mystery of the season involves the shower pooper.
Oh, yes.
Which, when did you find out that it was going to be you, and what was your reaction to that?
I remember laughing a lot when I found out, but I was also like a little embarrassed. Like, am I real? I gotta be even more disgusting now. But one of the really fun things about that is that, so the way that I get drugs is that, this outside character kisses them into my mouth and I swallow them and then poop it out. And so when they were casting that part, they were like, do you have a friend who you would want to make out with? We don't want to just give you a random extra because what if you're uncomfortable? I'm like, I know somebody. And I brought my husband. So now he's in the show and he created a whole character for himself. He calls himself Bison. He's still hoping they'll bring him back. He's not an actor, but he is so proud of his, celebrity appearance.
If they ever do a backstory, they have to include him now.
Have to. Come on.
I loved this season, but I can't wait to see where it goes next, and I hope we get that Angie backstory.
Oh God, I really hope so.
Fingers crossed, make it happen.
Don't seem desperate, but come on, guys.
We all want to know.